Hi, Anya Makoska here, the coach that helped you achieve your goals. So today all about time. If you are a busy person and if you find yourself having no time for yourself at all and not allowing yourself to take that time, I'm going to give you 3 tips that will help you actually regain that time, which is absolutely 100% needed for you in order to be happy. And any goals you may have right now, they all lead you to one goal: to be happy. And this is a huge part. So self-discipline is the first thing I want to talk about today. And we very often been taught by coaches, and I've been too, and we very often think and believe that self-discipline is to start doing actions that we haven't done before and to stick with them, right? To create a habit. But this is not necessary truth, not the full truth. So the truth is that it all starts in your mind. First and foremost, you need to discipline your thoughts. You have to discipline your thinking and directing your focus. If your thoughts are not in line and they're not disciplined with your actions that you want to take, that you need to take in order to achieve what you want, so in this case, let's say more time, you will never find more time. So a simple example, a life example, right? So if you want to have more time and you start, for example, waking up earlier an hour earlier every day, or maybe you start actually just going for a walk throughout your lunchtime, right? You're going to do it for X amount of time, and then you're more likely going to come back to previous actions. If you are keep thinking it's hard to find time for myself, it's hard to wake up at the morning earlier than the usual, they probably miss me at work when I'm walking around on my lunch break. So first and foremost, you need to discipline your thoughts. You need to choose thoughts that you want to think, that make you feel good. What is the pleasure of waking up early in the morning and starting your beautiful crazy routine for an hour, with your meditation and strange things? If your thoughts are still there in your mind telling you it's bullshit, you don't like it, you are not relaxed. It's creation of time by doing the action, but you actually stressing in your mind. This is not something that you want to do. So first and foremost, you need to discipline your thoughts. Second of all, you have to know where you're going. You need to know what would you love to achieve today, tomorrow, in a week, month, a year, or 5 years, or it doesn't matter. We talk about each day, okay? So for purposes of this video, I'm gonna be talking about today. What would I love to achieve today? And if the goal is to, let me rephrase that actually. So there is 2 goals you need to set each and every day. Personally and professionally, what would you love to achieve? So let's say personally will be, have more time for myself, or have that space, that that calmness in your mind, because really it's not what you are missing, it's the time, it's actually the busyness in your mind. Would you agree? Let me know in the comment actually, would you agree to that? So your mind is around 120 kilometers per hour right now, right? And this is the busyness, this is the craziness of the day. Because if you could sit down and just sit down, have a coffee with no thoughts, or a beautiful thoughts that bring you a joy and peace, you will not be that busy. You will not have time for yourself, okay? So let's go back to knowing where you're going. So each and every day, setting an intention. And I'm talking about 3 minutes. 3 minutes spending to ask yourself, what would I love to achieve personally and professionally today? So if profession is, for example, finish up the project, which will straight away bring to your thoughts, okay, and my personal goal is to have more time for me, this is impossible. because things have to be done, and I'm waiting for people to come back to me, and people waiting for me to, la 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 la, the story goes on, right? It doesn't matter. You just need to know where you're going. If the goal is to have more time for yourself, the personal goal, absolutely keep it in mind. Remember, this is a process. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Well, hopefully it will. It can. But if it doesn't, that's okay, because you just enter in the beautiful process. So know where you're going. This is second tip, okay? But this one is connected to the next one. So if you know where you're going, you can easily create a to-do list, to-do or to-be list. This is not purpose of this video to talk about those lists, but definitely it's great to have a list of to-do things for personal and professional life, both of them, and to be. So I want to be happier today. I want to be more energized. I want to be XYZ, right? It is beautiful list because it brings attention onto your mind, and you remember, you directing your thoughts in the first step, right? So when you have your lists, to-do lists, the next goal will be to choose the things that make you uncomfortable and do them. Choose 3 things from each area that make you uncomfortable and do them. So I would say, for example, right, you have create more time for yourself. So you need to ask yourself, how can I do it? What would help me to create that time? So let's say you are an amazing woman that loves have everything done perfectly, maybe more, maybe less, it doesn't matter, but loves have control over everything, and nothing wrong with that, except that you need to be doing all the things, right? Correct? So let's say uncomfortable thing to achieve your goal of being having more time for yourself, uncomfortable thing could be dedicate some jobs to others, right? So right now you probably think you're doing things the best or the fastest, or the story goes on. However, only when you take uncomfortable action, something can change. We know this from the past. Only magic happens when you get out of your comfort zone. So my challenge for you is to actually take that 1 to 3, and of course, as you grow to it, as you use to it more and more, you will take in more of those uncomfortable steps. Even if you start with 1, professionally and personally. Okay, so personally, let's say you want to create more time, how it can happen, right? So you say, okay, so maybe I will ask my kids to do the washing today, for example, or I will ask my husband to walk the dog instead today. Things like that. And it feels uncomfortable. This is good. If you think, oh, but they're gonna screw up, they're not gonna do it as well as I would, la 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 la, it doesn't matter. Just do it. This is uncomfortable, okay? And this is what's gonna bring you magic. And if you feel still uncomfortable after someone else doing the task, finishing the task, that's okay. You do it again tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, until it becomes a habit, okay? And of course, you go back to the step 1, and you're not giving the task to them and thinking they're useless or I'm better, I'm faster, whatever. No, you control your thoughts. You discipline your thoughts. Okay, so when you have all those done, I would love you to do one more thing. I would love you to really, really focus. Really, really focus. Open up your calendar and plan your day. You have your action steps. You have your uncomfortable action steps. Open up the calendar. Work from 15 to 25 minute slots. And if the task is not finished, and if it's not urgent, of course, you just pass on the task to the next day and to the next day. But make sure that you have your calendar open, and let's say from 9 to 11, it's work time, and I'm working on XYZ. 11 to 11:30 having my walk, or try to take breaks between the tasks, so your mind can switch and you not start scrolling the social media because you get distracted. Okay, you know, when we tired of the task, our mind will play tricks on us. So it's your job to actually switch it. And it's literally, you need to go for a 5-minute walk. Literally, get out of the house, get out from your office and walk up and down the stairs. Trust me, it can be very difficult in the beginning, but when you practice it, you will see huge results and huge shifts in your work day, in your personal life. But those steps, they are my best tips for you to just follow them and look back in 30 days. When you implement those in 30 days, you will have huge shift in your mind and in your results, physical results.